Coming up, I'm going to open 8 packs of 1994 Ultra Figus rock cards that come in this pack here. There's 5 cards in the top, 5 cards in the bottom, and I've got 8 packs of these right now. I've opened these before. I've done a couple videos on these, but these things are great, and I keep going back for more. So anytime I can use an excuse to open more packs of these, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Before I get ahead of myself, my name is Reed, and I've been collecting rare music cards for over 30 years. I searched the globe for hard-to-find music cards, both vintage and not-so-vintage, to add to my always-growing collection. I don't consider myself an expert at any of this. I'm just a guy with a camera enjoying this crazy hobby. Feel free to come along every Sunday where I'll post a new video showing my inside look at how I go about growing my collection. Welcome to collecting music cards. Okay, let's go. I'm going to open 8 packs of 1994 International Rock cards. These are from Argentina, and these are really cool packs. I love these. I've opened them quite a few times before, and we're going to get right into these today. I'll show you some of the cards. It's a 200 card set that this makes. I have a set I'm working on, and I'm a few cards short, and really this is my only way of filling that set. And trying to, get to the end result there. So I'm going to go ahead and open these. They're very fragile packs. They're very brittle. You can see up top here, these things are actually kind of coming apart a little bit just from being dried out. And because of that, a tough pack to sell. So it's rather a pack I'd rather just open myself. So here's how we'll do that. I'll go through, I'll stack some cards, the key cards up here. I'll put the more common cards over here. But believe me, in every pack, there's going to be some great cards. So, yeah, let's take let's kind of zoom in on these a little bit. There we go. And, yeah, that'll work just fine. Okay, here we go. Going to open pack number 1. And there's all kinds of great bands in here. You'll see them as we go along. If you haven't seen these before, this is going to be a real treat for you. That's the pack right there, empty pack. So we'll put that down here. And let's take a look at what we've got here. Got Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. That's the first one right there. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. And In Excess. And Richie Blackmore. Oh, really nice Richie Blackmore. Take a look at the centering on this guy right here. That's really a nice card right there. Great centering. It's going to have, most of these, even though the packs are a little rough, the cards come out of here really clean. This has a really nice surface I'm seeing. This card is definitely going to be a graded card. It is a real good chance of getting a 9 on that card. I've never seen a 10, so I just don't know if a 10 actually exists. Anthrax logo card or title card. Nikki Sixx, here's a great one. Nikki Sixx, it's a little off, actually a bit off center there. There's Nikki Sixx. Sebastian Bach. Right there. Paul Stanley. Keith Richards. Way off center, probably considered miscut. And here's Chris from Nirvana, and that one is definitely off center there. And Anthony Kiedis, and that's also way off center here. So keep in mind, opening these packs, it's never a guarantee that you're going to get the cards you want, and it's definitely a guarantee that a lot of them are probably going to be off center. And some of them are going to be damaged. Some of them are going to have surface damage. Some are going to have dinged corners when they come out. Not all this is easy just when you get a great card, because then that great card's got to be in good shape. They stick a little bit, but it doesn't leave a residual on the card. But you can see I have to actually peel this off. There's another Richie Blackmore right there. Let's see if this one, this one is in really good shape too. Not quite as perfect as the other one, centering wise, but that's a really nice card. We're doing well on our Richie Blackmores right now. Steven Tyler. Oh, great card. Great centering. Beautiful. Very excited about that one. Here's Lars, but Lars is off center. Lars from Metallica. And, I see another Ricky Six. Michael Hutchins. And that's really in good shape too. Left to right, top to bottom, it's in really nice shape. Nicky Six. And that has got some respectable margins on it. Not perfect. This side's a little thicker. But still, that's a pretty darn good card. The Red Hot Chili Peppers title card, or logo card of their band. Madonna, in pretty good shape there. Centering is acceptable there, probably 55-45. Rolling Stones cut quite a bit off center on their logo card. And yes, Eddie Van Halen, a bit off center, but what a great card. Everybody loves this Eddie Van Halen card. 1994 International Rock Cards Ultra Figus from Argentina. And who do we have here? Tom Hamilton. And that is a bit off center there as well. Pack number 3. Let's get into it. You can see how easy that opens. There's Flea right on top. Very nice. And start off with the Doors. Way off center. Miscut completely. Let's see. And I gotta get my glasses going here. And Tony Martin. Off center. Here's the Skid Row group shot. A bit off center there. Looks like this whole pack is running off center. Frank Bello. And David Gann. And wow, that's way off. That one is way off. And of course, this Flea card is off. Otherwise, a really cool card. If you haven't seen that card before, that's a really cool Flea card. Guns N' Roses group shot, and they are doing me solid here by giving me a nicely centered one. There we go. That's very nice. I'll put this Flea up here as well. And Bruce Dickinson, off center. The Van Halen title card. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's as nice as they get. That thing is going to go, all these cards, right after I'm done here, I'll be sliding all these into penny sleeves. Each card individually goes into a penny sleeve, even before it goes into a set. And here's Wurzel from Motorhead. quite a bit. I'm going to take this Van Halen card, put it over here, and Wurzel is off center there. And I'm not crushing it on my selection of who I'm getting, but that's going to change now. Oh, there's a great card. I don't think it's centered, though. And remember that even though it's not centered, doesn't mean it's not a really acceptable or even gradable card, for the simple reason that as long as it has perfect, edges and corners and all that, the centering is only one aspect of it. So here's Angus, and he is way off center. You can see him right there. Faith No More title card. And that is really nicely centered. That's a nice one there. Skid Row. And that's a nice card. Oh, no, top to bottom is miscut. Mick Jagger. Ronnie Wood. Nice card. Top to bottom, left to right. Jim Morrison. And that's off center. Here's a really cool card. Red Hot Chili Peppers. But that is off center there. Nonetheless, that card's still a card that could grade a 7. Because it's got nice edges, nice corners. These black borders are notorious. Here's another Mick Mars. Again, off center. You can see how tough these are. And at about, the value of these packs nowadays is about $40 a pack. It's not cheap to go through these and see all these. Here's Alex Van Halen, nicely centered. It's not easy to go through these at $40 a pack, $4 each and every card, and see a bunch of off-center ones all in a row. Michael Hutchence and Tony Iommi. Way off center. Okay. Halfway through. There's Marie up front there. I love this picture here. That's just a sinister look right there. It's actually a nicely centered card too. Look at the look on that. Awesome. Dave Mustaine. Off center. Duff McKagan. And that is a really nice card. And here is an off-center Tommy Lee. That's a great card, but that one is off-center. Jim Morrison. This is way off-center. We've had all 3 Jim Morrison cards that we've had, the 3 different varieties. All 3 of them, I think, were off-center. And here's Marie Friedrichsen. A bit off-center on Marie. Rick Savage. And that is way miscut, left to right. Mike Patton. Oh, gotta be careful. And that is an acceptable card there. Michael Bullen, and that is pretty poorly cut. And Brian Adams is miscut. That's the worst one in the batch. In fact, let's take a look at how bad that one really is. And you can see because of that the back is going to be off as well. Alrighty. Whoa, they're falling out. Okay. Let's start up front here. Frank Bello. And that is left to right is challenged. Vivian Campbell. That's a pretty nice card. Well, top to bottom isn't great, and left to right isn't perfect either. The Ramones, and that is about a perfect. Look at how perfect that is. That's a perfect card right there. David Bryan. And I think this is one of the cards I needed. And this is a really nice one. Real nice centering. Boy, it's a lot of fun pulling these really nice cards out of packs. Charlie Benante is miscut top to bottom. Okay. Brian May. Not well centered, but still a gradable Brian May card. Okay. Not great top to bottom, but very acceptable. We have 3 Richie Blackmores. And these packs, I'll tell you how these packs run. They run notorious as far as you can't break 20 packs and get a set. If you break 60 packs, you won't get a set. It just runs that way to where you'll get 5 of one card before you get 1 of another. It just runs that way. Jim Morrison, again, and from what I understand, these packs never came in a box. They were kind of like just packs that were in like shipping containers and like bigger boxes, and no display boxes or anything like that. So that's what I understand. Eric Clapton card in really nice shape. There's Eric Clapton. And we have a off-center but acceptable Guns N' Roses card. There's the group shot right there. And you can see I still have a good assortment of nice cards up there. Some of those are up there because they're perfect. Some of them are up there because they're key cards in the set. There's no way to get skunked on these. Sometimes you can do better than other times, but really, I would not say there's a chance of getting skunked. I'm going to tear this pack. Sorry to those of you that feel the pain of a tearing pack. Alrighty. Brad Whitford, and I don't know, a little bit of surface issue and off center, front and back. Another Van Halen card, and another good one, another really good one. Now, usually the ones of these I've had in the past have been off center. That's really a nice one. I got 2 of those, which are really cool. That's awesome. And let's see, Bill Wyman. Top to bottom is not great. Alex Van Halen. And that's very nice. Richards and Jagger again. That's the second time we've seen that card. Here's Joe Elliott. And that card is pretty nicely centered. Left to right, it's real good. Top to bottom, it's close. But that's a great Joe Elliott card, Def Leppard. Freddie Mercury. Oh, please be a good Freddie. And perfect. You know, I have had such a tough time with this particular card, getting a nice one either centered. I've had them damaged coming out of the packs. That's probably the nicest one I've ever had of Freddie there. That's a beauty. That's worth it right there. And Tony Martin again, the second one of him. Chad Smith, and yeah, a really nice Chad Smith. All right. Really nice Chad Smith there. Alec John Such. And that is in really nice shape as well. Here we go. Get some last pack mojo going here. See, we got a pretty nice variety in these packs, these 8 packs here. There we go. Ralph Eicherman, and there is the wrapper definitely affected the front of it there. I'll give you a kind of a look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but there's some residual on the front there. I don't know if I can take that off with a microfiber cloth or not. I imagine I probably can. And Extreme title card in really nice shape. Kiss in really nice shape. Keep in mind that's the 1994 lineup. And Duff McKagan. And that is in really nice shape. Left to right could be better. And, okay, a really nice Peppers card. That's solid right there. Left to right isn't absolutely perfect, but man, it's close. It's like 47-53. Top to bottom is 45-55. It's good enough. That's a great card right there. Very acceptable. That card could grade an 8 right there, if everything else on it checks out. And Dave Sabo. Bon Jovi group card. Real nice condition. AC/DC card. And that is in nice shape. Top to bottom could be a little bit better, left to right, but by no means is it miscut. Bill Gold. And that is a respectable card, left, right, top to bottom, but not perfect. And how are we looking on this Metallica card? We are absolutely gifted this on our last card. This is a really good one. That's a great Metallica card right there. See that card right there? I could send that in PSA, get a... I'm just looking it over real quick. I could get an 8 or a 9 on that. An 8 is about a $100 card on that. A 9 is a bit more, maybe $150. But that's a good recoup on money right there if you're looking at this as a, from breaking packs and dollars and cents and trying to grow your collection. So we got, in recap here, we got a ton of cards that I'm going to be able to help fill my set with. And then we got a bunch of great key cards here. We got a Chris. We didn't get a Dave Grohl. We didn't get a Kurt Cobain. And we didn't get a Nirvana group card. But we did get a bunch of other great stuff. A couple of great Van Halen title cards. We got an Eddie Van Halen card. Some good stuff there. Anyway, these packs are always a fun break. Can I suggest them at $40 a pop? I don't know. It's up to you. You'll never get skunked, but will you always get all your value out of them? No. They're not always a home run with that, and it really depends on how they run on condition as well. So hope you enjoyed that, and we will see you next time.